Okay, you gotta excuse me because I'm having a bad hair day, but getting down to business. I'm posting this not for the greatest of reasons. My name is Zavon, and I'm actually a grad student at DePaul, and I actually have issues with speaking in front of groups of people or new groups of people, and so I'm posting this because it's gonna. Well, I hope it'll force me to actually speak up in class because I don't want to have to post a video every week because I didn't really speak my mind in class and make my opinion, make my voice heard. And so the course is narratives in contemporary novels. And okay, here we go. The book we actually just got through reading was Super Sad True Love Story by Gary Steingart. The novel is pretty much known for being very satirical. It satirizes American culture, how Americans relate to other countries, where we're headed technologically, and all that stuff. However, I found the novel quite. Um, um, I just had this in my head. I found the novel quite. What's the word I'm looking for? Damn. Um, um, Ironic. There we go. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I found the novel quite ironic, and in regard to relationships. We see it in all the main characters. Lenny, Eunice, Joshy, Noah, hell, even Amy, they all have issues with equating being alone with loneliness, when in fact being alone can be positive. You can use alone time to meditate, to get to know yourself, just to get stuff done. But they all equate, I said before, I hate to repeat it, but they all equate being alone with loneliness. Lenny is an okay guy. He's working, well, not working class, but he's actually middle class, has money in the bank. He has all this technology at his fingertips. Eunice is a spoiled little rich girl. She has all this technology at her fingertips. Joshi is one of the most powerful men. I'm sure is a powerful man in the country, but yet he feels, or more so realizes, that he can't grow old alone. He needs someone there. He doesn't really see the power in his being alone. Um, Eunice is searching for someone to fill the void because she can't face herself in her alone time. Lenny fears being alone, and so here we see these, recurring notions of, or really fear of being alone. There's no power. People don't see the power in alone. People don't see the necessity of alone time. And so they carry on in their relationships as such. They bring all that baggage into their relationships with one another. Even even in Noah and Amy's perpetual streaming, their live shows that they stream all the time from random places, you can see that they're not even comfortable being alone and vulnerable with each other. So they would rather take all of that into their show, you know, and because they can't even be alone with one person, they would rather always be surrounded, which is basically what the show is. You're all perpetually surrounded by millions of people. They can't really fathom being alone. They're not ready to be alone, not only with themselves, but with one another. So I just thought that was, a theme I saw being repeated over and over again in the novel, especially with Lenny and Eunice. There's such a fear to be alone, even when they even can't, when their apparatus shut down and they can't even reach one another. There's always a repeat and an echo of a name, always trying to reach out and contact someone, never wanting, to be by oneself. And I just thought that was interesting. It's one of the things I saw, but everybody, want to pinpoint the satire. I think the satire is pretty easy, but I really thought that irony in regards to relationships, especially because everyone now is on a relationship kick. At least, as a country, as a culture, everyone wants to be in some type of relationship, building bonds, forming futures, all that stuff. But in the future, so to speak, that's the one thing we can't do. We have all of these things surrounding us. We can do every and anything we want to do, yet and still, we can't talk to one another, honestly. We can't, look into each other's eyes and get to know one another. I just thought that was interesting. And also, it kind of bothers me that there's not really a whole lot of ethnic diversity in the future in that book, but that's a different conversation. But okay, thanks again for listening, and hopefully this will be the first and only post because I'll get my act together. Bye. Have a good one.